Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. I've got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, break 3 to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday, Bears Victory Monday edition. Woo! I am fired up. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. If you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, man. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning. Like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. Now, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell right next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. You get it? You got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. What is wrong with you? Come on, man. Listen, wherever you get your apps from, just go there, whether it's iTunes and Google Play or Amazon or Walmart or Kmart or 7-Eleven or Zayre or Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, Weebolts, Gold Blast, wherever you get it from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching us on Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. Woo-wee. Man. If you're watching us on Roku channel, I'm telling you, I am fired up. Fired up. If you ever, man, do us a favor. If you have a Roku television in the house, download Sports Zone Chicago's channel 2 to your television. Put it next to Netflix, Apple Plus, Prime, Max, Hulu, Disney Plus, Stars, Paramount Plus. Put it right there, right next to all the big boys. Right there, right over there. If you're for true Chicagoan, you're right over there. Put it over there, eh? Watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right, Mickey? Now, you can also tweet the circuit. Tweet at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI. At Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram, just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you guys. All right, so bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, just bring it. Let's see who we got in the chat already. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up? Pop out, all my sports donors in the house. Another Victory Monday, baby. You see the Bears victory chain. Yes. Levette Lee is in the house. Good morning, Mom. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Rashawn Walls in the Vicky. House Music Monday. Bears Victory Monday. You got it. You know it. And you know this, man. Patty Alada, how are you? Happy Victory House Music Monday, baby. To all. Yes. And I was at the Cicero House Music Fest this weekend. Man. Whew. All I gotta say is DJ Flipside is the man. He's one. Whoo, Charlie. DJ Flipside. DJ Flipside. Does good on 104.3 Jams. You know, he's on the Friday and Saturday night where they have from 10 to 2, so it's 4 hours. They have 4 different DJs. Each DJ has an hour. His mixes there are good. Man, when he's mixing live, DJ Flipside he's not dead, is the man. My man, Armando Emeterio, Lara Jr., my man Junior's in the house. What's going on, my man? My man's in them. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Plank is in the house. Good morning, Plank. Bear it down, baby. Bears Victory Monday. You know this. Come on, baby. You know this. Oh, no, man. Puerto Rican Papi's in the house. My man Luis Mejia is in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. Rise and grind, my man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot. All right, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. All right, man, we got a great show for you at 10 o'clock. I mean, Michael Fletcher from Bleacher Report is going to join us to talk Bears football. What does he think? I want his thoughts on this team. Okay, and give me an outsider's perspective. He's down in North Kakalaka, I believe. He's North Carolina. He played football. He played cornerback at the University of North Carolina. But I want, you know how I love to get outsiders' points of view of our team. You know, it's of our team. You know, so 10 o'clock, my man Michael Felder from Bleacher Report is gonna join us. We got a lot to talk today, baby. We have a lot to talk. We got Cubs. Man, I was talking with Steve-O right before the show. Man, the Cubs got everybody excited. I shouldn't say everybody. Cubs got Cub fans excited. All right. Only let them down. We got Sox to talk. Not a lot. Not a lot to talk about the Sox, but we do have some Sox to talk. We got Chicago Sky. They were in action last night, so we have that to talk as well. And then, of course, we have our Bursch. And Bears at 10 o'clock. So that's it, baby. That's the lineup. Michael Felder, 10 o'clock. Talking Bears football with your guy. Weekend was good, guys. I hope you had a phenomenal weekend. It was beautiful out. It's going to be even nicer. This weekend is going to be high 80s, low 90s this weekend coming up. What? Man. Summertime Shy is finishing up with a bang. A lot of schools start this week. More schools start next week. And you know what? My question is this. Here's my question. What the hell's happened to school starting after Labor Day? What happened? What happened? I mean, we're August. Toward the, I wouldn't say the middle. I think because it's the 19th. So it's getting toward the end or the end of the middle of August. But some kids started last week. What the hell? Why are kids starting August 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th? What the hell is that all about? Why not start in September? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, into June. You start earlier, you finish earlier, but man, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Memorial Day was kind of June was the month we got out. Memorial Day was just for like the graduating parties, and the graduating classes and stuff. But man, middle of August? Man. Oh man, we got more people. Oh, you went to the game, Luis? Luis went to the game Saturday, and the folks were feeling good. They had the right mindset. Or chanting beat Green Bay. Shody, thanks for tuning in. You drove home this weekend. Are you here now? Let me know. Let me know. Mr. Shorty's in the house. Good morning. And you know what? Say hi to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, good morning to Armandito. Dito. I know you're not watching because you're at school. Probably. Your school probably started too. But if not, Pop will show us to you later. Okay. Oh, I drive home this weekend. I can't read. Reading's fundamental. Reading's fundamental. I thought it said I drove home this weekend. Apparently, the I looks like an O in my book. My bad, Shorty. You know what's funny? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. You know, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I'm a lot of bit annoyed about this. You know, I think it was a major fail on the part of the Bears. I think it's a major fail on her part. And a major fail. I don't know if I could say it's her husband, but if it's a fail on his part, but he needs to have a talk with her. All right? He needs to with her. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Okay? This is one of the most bitter rivalries in sports, and you come to Soldier Field. You know, come on, have a clue. Have a clue, ma. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, and I get it. You probably don't know jack spit about sports, but we don't need to. Hey, no. You know, here's the thing. Be aware. Know where you're at. You know what I mean? Know where you're at. And I get it. She's supporting her husband. It was watch. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. Simone Biles showed up to the game with this. She's wearing a Green Bay jacket. Now it's a jacket of her husband, Jonathan Owens. So I get it. You're supporting your husband, yes. However, you're supporting him with a team that is our bitter rival. You know, Cornelius, no. And so here it's a fail on the Bears' part too, because once they saw it, they should have said, hold on, player. Okay. They're a bitter rival. Longest rivalry in pro football. I understand it's your husband, but would you mind wearing a Chicago Bears jacket? We can get, we can look to have one made of your husband with Bears. It is Bears uniform, but that logo that you have not going to be allowed on our sideline. Steve-O said Bears should have had her swagged out from day one. I agree, because this is so much bigger. This is, but then again, look, here's how the Bears can spin this. Here's where they need a good PR guy. Okay, here's where they need a good PR guy. Yeah, Lavette Lee, but see, that's where her husband. I don't know if her husband has seen this jacket. Okay, and trust me, we've all had times where our woman just does something says off the chain, is wrong, silly, extremely ill-advised. And what are we gonna do? We're like, because if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Because then you got to go home and deal with her if you know what I mean. So I can't put it on Jonathan Owens. Now, if this ever happens again, it goes on Jonathan Owens. Like, honey, I love you and everything, but that's our bitter rival. I don't play for them anymore. And that's, again, Bears from day one. As soon as he got there, they said, hey, listen, if she ever comes to the sideline, and I assume she's going to, or come to a game, because I assume she's going to, because she's been at all your other games when you're at other stops, we'd like her to make sure she wears, boom. Okay? Because you don't think the McCaskies were pissed? So they got a Green Bay jacket on their sideline? No, a jacket would be good. A jersey, okay. But see, she's cute. So she wants to be cute and have something else nobody else had. You know what I mean? Like, that's her man's and them. That's my man's and them. That's my husband. So fine. I mean, if she has a jersey underneath that, dope. But get her a Bears jacket. Get her a Bears jacket. Get her a Bears hat. You got bucket hats. You have those things. Get her some, her shoes. She got the Pandas, the dunk highs, the dunk lows, I should say, the Nike. Her foot's in a walkie boot. So you got to get her swagged out. Get her some Bear shoes, everything. Like, look, no more Green Bay stuff. I'm sorry, mama. I know you represented our country. I know you're the most decorated gymnast in the history of gymnasts, of gymnasia. But don't wear that Green Bay shit on our sideline again. This ain't Tokyo. This ain't Beijing. This ain't Paris. This is Chicago. They do. You're right, Cornelius. They don't. They're like, oh, it's just a jacket. She's wearing her thing. No, Junior, you're right. It's like the Sox player's wife wearing a Cubs jersey at a crosstown game. That'd be, or just wearing it to a Sox park. Like, no, you don't do that. No, no, Matt. You win that many gold medals, you should have a clue. So I will tell you this. Because it was all over social media, I guarantee you she don't come in that stuff again. They're going to have a talk with Jonathan. And she's got to understand. Steve says, bet she gets set up for the regular season. They better set her up. Junior, good call. Like, people don't get it. Like, was she wearing a Russian leotard at the Olympics? No. Even if she's a big fan of Nadia Comaneci, you still don't wear a Russian thing. With her Russian thing on, you wear, you know what I mean? Like, So I get the vitriol. I get it. But I know it's Romanian, but still. No, Nadia was. Yeah, I think you're right. But still. You know what I mean. So, full pot on her part. Hope she doesn't do it again. You can get her swagged out, man. You know, and here's the thing. Whoever. See, here's what you can do, hon. Here's exactly what you can do. You can have you can hire a photographer or just take pics offline from him playing in the game, or hire a photographer this game, that game, hire or talk to the photographers who've taken pictures at games. Say, hey, listen, do you have any more of Jonathan? Hire them. Say, hey, listen, give me like 6 or 8, give me 10 pictures, 20 pictures of Jonathan. Okay. Then she gets those the next week. She sells them because she doesn't even know what game it is, because they're just going to cut it out of the screen of the picture. Send it to her jacket maker. Get another jacket made with the Bears logo, and I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Bears fans will be happy. But like you just can't. Yeah. 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 I was just like, what? What are you doing, little lady? So, anyway. Oh, that caused a big stir on social media. I mean, rightfully so. You know, like people, you just got to be aware, hon. That's all. You got to be more aware. You know, just be more aware. That's it. And what's Jonathan, you know, like I said, Jonathan doesn't know. And here's the thing. It was kind of funny to me. I had a clueless girlfriend like her. She doesn't know anything. No man. I hear you. No. I get it. I agree with you. I agree with you. I've had girls who just weren't, who didn't know. Junior. You're damn right. Get off my lawn. Oh, man. Let me tell you. Yeah, that would. But did they go to the game together is the question. See, because if they did, then Jonathan, you got to own some of this, Papa. You got to be like, honey, you understand. Like, you're in Green Bay. If you know the rivalry, you knew how much we hate. You know what I mean? No, it's pure innocence. I get it. But, yeah, it just rubbed fans the wrong way. Yeah, funny, Junior. Yeah. Well, listen, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we'll get to our top of the morning topic. All right, we have a lot to talk about. All right, I forgot about the Simone Biles thing. Just kind of took over and ran with it, but that's what I love about it. The show is like sometimes things, it just takes on a personality of itself and it runs with it. It just goes that way. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, here's what we'll do. Let's take a quick break. On the other side, we'll come back. All right, hit top of the morning topics. Hit the top of the morning. All right, keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
the calling, few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Side. That is a tough arm angle to try to find a receiver in Kwame Lassiter, but that is a familiar sight. The hard hit of Kyler Gordon.
By Kyler Gordon, good open field tackle.
And all this helps when Montez Sweat is getting into the face of a quarterback as he did there. On second down. Pressure, Gordon! Off the edge! DB Blitz shooting the webs and getting the sack. It's third down.
Yeah, you got to see it as a quarterback. You've got 5, they're bringing 6, meaning the Bears.
Second and 5, pressure coming, Burns firing, it is picked off! Josh Blackwell with a big-time hit, and right on cue, Amen Ogbong Mamiga with the interception.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. The video courtesy of Fox. Those are our Bears, baby. Those are the Bears. Yes. Cornelius, don't start. Don't start. Don't start. You're damn right, Nomad. Had boom time. Yeah. That was a that was a hit. That was a hit, man. That was a hit. Beautiful. And see, here's the only part that I was annoyed with. Oh, a great cup of tea on that one. Whew. I'm annoyed with the fact that Kyler Gordon doesn't weigh more. Because I wanted him hurt. I wanted him out of the game. And that's a legal play. Like, listen. I never advocate for injury in a dirty way. Never. But if you get injured or you get hurt, that's one of them hurt. Like, let him go out like I'm so a little bit. I want to see him hurt a little. Like, oh, I can save the game, but you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But if it's in a league, it's within the confines of the rule, not a dirty hit, not straddling the line. You know, like completely solid. Like the quarterback, that was his fault. Missed him. Great way to dial it up. Okay, Shorty, you're right. Unless it's Aaron Rodgers. We still owe the Packers for the Charles Martin slamming of Jim McMahon. So, he was, the play was over. It took a couple steps, and McMahon was kind of watching it. And then, boom, Charles Martin slammed him. Boom. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I do too, Cornelius. Like I said, I would have liked a lot if he had a lot more weight in his ass. Don't get me wrong, I love the hit, but it's good. It's good. Got him fired up, got everybody out. But let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. All right? Guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, baby. First top of the morning topic. Let's see, which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? All right, we'll go here. My good guys. Man, we were trying to win the series. We took game one. Could not do it. Houston won game two, and the White Sox lose a rubber match to the Houston Astros 2-0. Kai Busch. Man, he looked good. He got the loss. He's 0-2 on the season. But look at this stat line. Look at this pitching line. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 5 punch outs. That's a quality start. You got to give a man some runs. Andrew Benintendi is 1 for 4. Nicky Lopez 1 for 4. Lenine, I'm not Sammy Sosa was 1 for 3. And that's all you can talk about for the White Sox because there's really nothing else they did. I believe they had 4 hits total. So, yeah. I don't understand it just boggles my mind. You still have talented guys on the team. You still have guys who are average to above, at least average. Andrew Benintendi. You still got Vaughn. Vaughn has never lived up to his potential. You got Lou Bob, Gavin Sheets, another guy who hasn't lived up to his potential. And we can't get a run. But that's been the story. That's been our story all year long. Just can't get the run. And no rest for the weary. The White Sox, they travel to the Bay. They travel to San Fran to face the Giants tonight. First pitch is 8:45 Central. Don't forget, they're 2 hours behind, so it's 6:45 out there. 8:45 Central time. For all of those local people, you can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago, or you can listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN AM 1000. Man, give us So one of the questions I have, will the White Sox win another series the rest of the year? I mean, they had it. They took game one. It's just like with the Yankees. They took game one with a beatdown. 12-2 with the Yankees. They beat the Astros game one. Come on, man. I just need one of these other 2 games. It'll be the first time they win a series since June. Going on 2 months without winning a series. I don't know. I want to say yes, but all indicators point to them not winning another series the rest of the year. Next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. The Cubs, man. looking to sweep. The Blue Jays could not do it. The Cubs fall to the Blue Jays 1-0. Imanaga, man, you talk about tough luck. He gets the L. He's 9-3 on the season. Look at this guy, his stat line: 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 6 punch outs. Cody Bellinger was 1 for 4. Seiya Suzuki was 1 for 4. Nico Horner was 1 for 4 with his 25th double. Just could not get a run. 1 run. Runners on second and third, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Dansby Swanson grounds out to end the game. Just could not get that 1 run. It's tough. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Teams like the Blue Jays, you got to sweep. And they were unable to do that. And that hurts. That hurts. You know? He said, I even know. Nomad. They're dead to me, so they get a qualified manager. Well, I guess they might be dead for you for a long time, bro. Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, but you know what? The Cubs are off today. All right, they host the Tigers at the friendly confines starting tomorrow. The next top of the morning topic, man, that's a tough one. The sky. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. The sky kiss. They fall to the Phoenix Mercury again. 86-68. I'm telling you, Chi-Town Barbie is no joke. All right. Angel Reese led the way for this guy. 19 points, 20. Count them, 20 rebounds. Kennedy Carter was back in 9.6 boards, 6 dimes. And Camila Cardoso contributed 12 points and 4 rebounds. They have had a rough restart after the break, after the All-Star / Olympic break. They're just getting their ass handed to them. And I was concerned about this game as well, just because of the fact that Phoenix it wasn't even a contest. When they were here, it wasn't competitive. Yesterday, it wasn't competitive. They were down at 20 at one particular point. They lost by 20 the other day, or earlier this week, or late last week. They lost by 18 yesterday. What's going on? What's going on? They got to fire. They got to get it ramped up. All right, you're fighting for that. You're fighting for a playoff spot, and right now you're not getting it done. I know you got 2 new players in the trade for Marina Mabry. All right, 2 new players came over for her, and they have to get acclimated. But that has nothing to do with everybody else. It was Kennedy Carter? She was fighting an illness. I mean, it wasn't too bad. She had 16 points, 6 boards, and 6 assists. So I don't know what to do with these girls or what to say, because right now they're just not playing good basketball. Camila Cardoso, I don't need. I need a little more than 4 rebounds out of you, Mama. You're 6'7". We need more than 4 rebounds from you. All right, you can't be the biggest player on the court and give me 4 rebounds. All right, it can't happen. I also told you that she needs to lose some weight. She's plotting as she goes up and down the court. I said that when she was at South Carolina. I said it, first in the preseason. I've said it all season long. She's got to lose weight. All right. Unfortunately for her, she didn't have a chance. There's no off season for women's basketball. Okay, so hopefully when their season's over, they're gonna change her diet, get her, lose a little more weight, keep the strength. She's not gonna be a skinny girl. Let's keep it a buck. Okay. But she can tone up and be stronger. Tone up. And I need her moving up and down the court. I need her. One thing that we don't see with her, one of the things about her is that she gets rebounds because she's the tallest person on the court. If you get a 6'4" girl, 6'5" girl, okay, who's jumping, they tend to get rebounds from her. So we got to get her up. We got to get her up off the ground. They got to work on her short twitch fibers. They got to get her explosiveness. She's got to be able to hop a couple times to get a rebound. At 6'7", she shouldn't have to hop more than once or twice, more than twice. All right, at 6'7". Most of the time. Obviously, when you're playing people like Brittany Griner and some others, but most of the time she will be the tallest player on the court. So she has to use that to advantage. So here's where coaching comes in. Here's where she also has to say, where am I deficient? Where do I have to get better? All right, here's where Dawn Staley needs to come in and give her a call and say, hey, listen, Mama, here's what you need to do. You got to lose some. I don't know what the sky's telling you, but you got to lose weight. In college, you can plod up and down the court. Okay, you're probably the tallest girl on the court. So you having to jump wasn't a necessity. But in the WNBA, it is. It is. Get you a trainer, get you someone to prep your meals, a chef. I got a guy, Carmela Cardoso. I got a guy, meal preps. He'll deliver them for you and everything. He'll deliver them for you and everything. All right, very inexpensive. I'm probably going to go back to that one, probably for next summer. Next summer for my 55th birthday. That'll be in 2 summers. That'll be the big one. But next summer, definitely going to probably say in like March or April. Maybe go on a 6-week stretch. 6 to 8 week stretch of just eating clean, working out, get some abs back like I had in college. That's going to be a tall task. But Camila Cardoso, she's got to do it. You can't be giving me 4 rebounds a game. You just can't. Not when you got a girl who's 6'3", who's getting 20. Angel Reese getting you 20 rebounds and you can only give me 4? You can't give me 8, 10? Like there's something, the thing I really like Camila Cardoso, but the one thing that she has, she's too nice. I need the bitch in her to come out. All right, that's what I need. I need the aggressive, all right, competitive Camila Cardoso to come out. Someone who's on one. Like, and you can tell when people are from another country or they just she don't have that dog in her. Angel Reese, she's that dog. Angel Reese, she got that in her. And that's from growing up in the streets in Baltimore. All right, you got to fight for your respect. Camila was probably the tallest girl for a long time playing hoops growing up, and she didn't have to be as athletic. Well, guess what? Now you're playing with the big girls now. And they're big and athletic. You saw Brittany Griner just take her to school, fade away. I mean, Brittany Griner's a whole nother story, a whole nother conversation that we can. But this is what you got to play. These are the players you're facing now. So what are you going to do? I told you from a coach, from a basketball fan, from a former basketball player, and from a former basketball coach's perspective. You need to lose some weight. You need to be able to jump and hop a little bit. You better hop on a jump rope. Better get a jump rope. Get your feet right. Because if you're able to hop 3 or 4 times, like I said, most of the time it won't be more than twice because you're so much taller than everybody most of the time. But if you're able to hop 2 or 3 times, man, you will be a rebounding fiend. You and the only problem you'll have is who's going to get more rebounds, you or Angel Reese. You might be fighting her for some rebounds. But there's got to be, like, I don't know how Coach Teaspoon deals with it. Because she doesn't have that dog. Does Coach Teaspoon, is she just giving her tough love? is she gonna address this as well? Like, I need a dog out of you. I need to pull that out of you. She's just too nice. Like on draft night, even last year, like I said, in college, she was just bigger. Now she's got to get that. And you'd think she'd get it at South Carolina. Playing with Boston, who's on the Indiana Fever, Aaliyah Boston. But man, so hopefully they get it done. Because if they do, if she starts to get that mean streak in her, ooh, Charlie, you better watch out. You better watch out. Anyway, where were we? I digress. The next topic, the Bears. Yay! The Bears with a big win the other day, Saturday, over the Cincinnati Bengals, 27-3. Caleb Williams, 6 for 13 with 75 yards, 64.6 rating. He also had one carry for 7 yards and scoring his first touchdown as a Bear, and it happened to be at Soldier Field. Dante Pettis, 3 catches, 53 yards, 2 tutties. Romadunze, 1 catch for 45 yards, a beautiful dime that Caleb threw rolling to his left. Hit him 45 yards downfield on the sideline with a defender draped all over him. All. When I say all, I mean all over him. The way this defender was, I was just in shock. I shouldn't say that. Let me stop the hyperbole and bullshit. I wasn't in shock. I was impressed. All right, I've been around this game since I was 10 years old. All right. I've seen a lot of stuff. I wasn't shocked. I've seen catches like this, but I was impressed. Look at this catch. This pick's from PFF. Look at the dude. The dude is literally all over him. Grabbing his face mask. Was a dime. And then Caleb was able to score, get around. Now, that is a dope picture. That is a dope picture. Look at the fans. All their hands are going up. Look at the excitement, the celebration, the exuberance of Caleb Williams. And that was wow. And here's the thing. And it's tough because I like being right, which I am most of the time. And people are saying, like, it just annoys me when people start comparing Caleb to our other quarterback, and it's natural, all right? And people who aren't, whose football IQ isn't very high, those are usually the ones with the loudest rebuttals and retorts. My assessment of Caleb was that he had a good game. Okay, to me there was nothing spectacular. All right, the throws that he made were great, but that's what he's done since high school and college. We've seen it, but we've had other quarterbacks who've done it as well. I'm ecstatic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the kid. There's not one bone in me that hates Caleb. Okay. I just want to see consistency. This was one game. Okay. And for people who complain about, I mean, mind you, they played the whole first half. And if you notice, he had 6 for 13, 75 yards. Now, okay, let's not get it twisted. All right, there was the excuse me. There was the pass interference call to Tyler Scott. That was a dime. Had the DB not horse collared him. That was a 30, 40-yard completion. You add that to his stats. If Rome Odunze, if I don't know why they did this. If Rome Odunze was in bounds, and the white line, I'm sure had something to do with it. It's usually solid, the back of the end zone, solid. But he stepped out of bounds. And now you add a passing touchdown to his stats. All of a sudden it looks really, really good. So you add, well, if you throw in another 45 yards, we're looking at 120 yards. 7, 8. He'd be 8 for 13, 120. What was that? The touchdown was probably like 5 yards, 130 yards. 8 for 13, 130 yards. One touchdown, one, you know what I mean? Quarterback rating would have been higher. Okay. But keep that same energy for the last quarterback when you got mad, when people, and he had a situation. It's funny. If you watch the game, the Steelers game, the wide receiver slowed down instead of, he would have ran right through the ball. Or maybe jumped at the end, but he slowed down and then jumped too soon. Like a 40, but I digress. So the numbers aren't great, but remember, Caleb told you when he got here. They asked him a question, and it was so there. Sometimes my colleagues can act like fanboys. And I get it, you're excited. I'm excited too. And one of the questions was about, his stats or whatever. I don't remember the exact question, to be honest with you. And he told you. He told you in no uncertain terms, I'm not here to wow you. I'm here to win games. Quote, unquote. Quote, unquote. So he didn't wow you. Or he did a couple plays. There were a couple of really good. We see the flashes. We also saw flashes with the previous quarterback. So that's why I say let's see the consistency. He's got a much better, an upgraded offensive line, much better targets, much better defense. It's a different situation. Yeah, O-line. He meant O-line. He probably Junior got fat fingers. O-line did well. I'm happy with the center play. Yeah. These are all things. So all in all, I give him probably a B+ to an A-. I think he did a great job. I'll give him an A-. All right. I think he did well. I think there's plenty of areas he can improve, but he did well. Shorty, you have a good point. I love how they kept him in until he started to produce. Yeah. Bruce was pissed. He's like, hey, you guys ain't doing jack spit. I need you out. I need you out there. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned this, Cornelius. Caleb has really impressed me with his poise and awareness of ensuring ball security. It's funny you mentioned this. So I'm watching. I'm not going to say the thing because people, all of a sudden, I'm calling people out. But this is what I talk about when people who don't know football. They compared Justin Fields to Caleb Williams' second preseason games. I'm like, why are we comparing Justin Fields? He's not here anymore. Okay. Yes, I'm a Justin Fields fan. I hope he does well. But we don't need to compare everything that he does to Caleb. But they did this on TV yesterday. And the young lady who was on the show. So if you saw Justin had a touchdown run, touchdown pass. No, it was just a pass on the end zone. So he's in the pocket. Pocket collapses. he comes out of the pocket. Okay, so when he comes out of the pocket, he has the ball tucked away like a running back. So the young lady says, here, see, this is the difference between Justin and Caleb. Justin, as he's coming out of the pocket, he's looking to run the ball, to rush, is what she said. And Caleb is looking to throw. But if after two steps of him getting out of that, and he had the ball here, he put the ball here, was able to make the pass, and he actually made the pass, which he's talking about. So it's like you move the goalpost, okay, every single time because you want this guy because of, and I was literally screaming at the TV. I'm like, no, you complain and bitched and moan when we were here about his ball security. Now that he's got ball, he's not even here, but he's got ball security at his new place. Gets out of there, goes back to throwing the ball, and then you're like, oh, he's looking to run. It annoyed me to no end because now they're on a big platform. And they're like, and so you're thinking, yeah, see, Justin only did. It's like they're when you. In 3 games, Caleb has made only one pass that might have resulted in a turnover. Yes, that one, the out route. But he's also had the whole first half. The whole first quarter, the first 3 series, he had a couple of bad passes, had some drops. Okay. He had some drops, but I'll tell you what, I'm happy with where he's at. I'm very happy with where he's at. Okay. He's got great coaching. He's got an upgrading the offensive line. He's got upgrading receivers. I expect this. And I'm not one wowed by his dude. And maybe it's just because I've seen so much football. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks do this. A handful of quarterbacks do this. So what he's doing is not new. Everyone is acting as if he reinvented the wheel. He's doing great stuff. It's got to be consistent, but it's got to be consistent, and that's the issue. Like, don't put him in Canton yet. Don't give him a gold jacket because he had a good preseason game. I mean, if you look at the stats, which you'd like to use against the other guy, then his stats weren't very good. But when we try to explain it for the other guy, like, oh, well, it doesn't matter. We think this receiver dropped the ball. This receiver ran the wrong route. This receiver slowed down. No, it doesn't matter. He can't do this. But now you move the goalpost because this guy, it's the same thing happened. But you're still like, oh, you're still wowed. All right, just be consistent. Don't be a flip flopper. Don't be one of those people. Just for your guy, I'll give it to you straight. And you see me. I've critiqued my guys. I critiqued him hard. So he even came at me in a press conference. So you know what I mean? Look, I critique him. I critiqued him. So let's not handle this guy with kid gloves. He's a big boy. He can handle it. All right. He was in LA. You know, that small market over there. He only won a Heisman over there. He can handle the media. Ask him tough questions. All right, folks, listen, we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, I'm excited. My man, North Kakalaka Zone. My man Michael Felder from Bleacher Report is going to join us. We're going to continue this talk with this Bears talk and get his thought on it. And he was a DB. So we could he's definitely a person like DBs and quarterbacks are ones that I'd love to talk to about this. One from one side of the field, and then from a guy, some people who actually played the position and people who actually had to defend the position. All right, of quarterback. So these are the people I love talking to. He's one of them, and we're going to talk about more talk on the other side of the break. So a quick break. So keep it locked right here, Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Williams, pressure coming, he felt it, looked, saw it, evaded it, still on the move, looking around. Williams is going to take off for the end zone!
Look, he's looking the front side, steps up, feels it, like I said, bails out right here. Watch him. Because those are 2 backside guys. He's like, who cares? Now he turns the corner. This is what he does. He can create, is what he does. He is a magician who can create.
That he had those traits and characteristics to come in here.
Another blitz from the Bears. Another interception. It is picked off for Chicago.
And they play through some stuff, so to see them grow, that's incredible to see them have success.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. And my guess probably like that. That was a cornerback pick. Like, underthrew that. What? Give me that, boy. What's wrong with you? Throw that shit over here. A lot of the DBs that I play with talked all that shit. All of it. And especially when it was on our sideline, because I know they did it if they were on their sideline, but I would hear it on our sideline when I'm on offense. Like, give me that shit. Oh, that was good. And you know what? You know why I like that? Because that's Terrell Smith. That's the 3rd cornerback. I mean, Kyler Gordon's the 3rd. Kyler Gordon's a nickelback. But he's the first cornerback to go in case Jalen or Tyreek Stevenson gets hurt. And this dude's picking the ball off like, I want some playing time. I want some tick. This is the culture that Ryan Poles has created. Terrell Smith, he's like, no. Okay, they're starting, but I'm fighting. I want some tick too. I might not be the starter, but I better get some tick, damn it. Oh, you don't? How about this? Let me get a pick real quick, and I'll bring that and I'll put that as evidence. The backups are playing well. Man, it got me fired. Dude, I'm fired up right now. My first guest today, I'm fired up to have him on. I'm glad we get to talk to him. Man, he was a former cornerback at University of North Carolina, Tar Heel, North Carolina. All right, now he's a football analyst for Bleacher Report. You can find him on Twitter at @InTheBleachers. Guys, let's welcome back to Shawn and Maya, Michael Felder. Michael, what's up, Papa? Good morning.
I'm doing great, man. You got me fired up. Yeah, like it's one of those things where you see guys that they know, like, it's not just about making the team, it's proven why the team needs you. And like the best ability is availability, but the other part is the ability to make sure that they don't have to worry about you. And that's something I think defensive backs and offensive linemen. I think defensive backs and offensive linemen are in lockstep with, if they're not talking about us, we doing all right. And that doesn't obviously that excludes guys like Dion and Jalen Ramsey and whatever. But if you never hear my name, that means they're not throwing my way. And if they do throw my way, I do what he just did and get a pick.
You know, it was exciting because I liked him. He's a Big Ten guy. He's a little taller, a little bigger, very physical.
Long.
Yeah, long and lanky. And I like that. And he's been trying to find a spot. I've liked him when they drafted him. Obviously, I looked at him, looked at some film, like, oh, this dude, he's not afraid to bring it.
Yeah,
right? He's not afraid to be physical. He's not afraid to jam at the line. He can cover, and you talk about he's lanky. The ball might be over. The receiver might be a step on him, but man, you jump up with them arms, you deflect it. You know, he had a great chance to deflect passes because of his build.
Yes,
and he just can't get on the field now because or he can't start because of Tyreek Stevenson and Jalen Johnson. Understandable. but he's fighting for playing time. And I think the fact is Ryan Poles has got to be like, man, we are set if one of those guys go down. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, even if he doesn't go down, I still got to get him time because I need him. I don't want him sitting because Jalen and those guys and Tyreek are playing. Give this dude some time just in case.
Yeah, but it's 2024, right? So in 2024 in the NFL, the reality is you're running nickel almost every single. If he can be your nickel, then you don't. What's the difference? Like he's going to get.
Well, we got Kyler Gordon, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
the kid from Washington.
You're gonna. But that's what he's fighting for is that space because you're gonna run nickel nonstop. You're gonna run nickel no matter what. And so if you have two guys that can run your nickel, now you're in business. Now when you go dime, if you go dime, which is for folks that don't know, dime is you get that extra defensive back in the game. So you got 6 guys in there. If you run dime now, he's a viable dime. He's going to help you on special teams. That's what you want. That's what you want is a guy who's going to do that.
Good special teamer, yeah.
You be a teamer, help on dime. You can sub in. Again, you mentioned you could sub in as that third corner and nickel, or you can, if something, and listen, knock on wood, somebody goes down, he can, now all of a sudden you shift 1, you shift 2, and now all of a sudden you can still play.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what dime is, the reason they call it dime is a nickel back is a 5th defensive back. So what they would do, they bring in the 2nd defensive backs. They call them 2. So they have 2 nickels. 2 nickels equals a dime. So for those of you who don't know, when you go dime package, that's why it's called a dime package because you have 2 nickel backs in there. Yes. All right. People, because me and you will talk football and some people might not get it. You know what I mean? So, but talk to me and your thoughts on Caleb. Caleb looked good. The stat line wasn't impressive, but as I said earlier, Caleb said in one of his first interviews, he goes, "I'm not here to wow you. I'm here to win games." I mean, his stat line was 6 for 13, 75 yards. No tutties, 64.6 rating. He did have 1 carry for 7 yards and his touchdown. But give me your thoughts on his performance.
Here's the thing. This is preseason. And I feel like I don't want people to get upset with me, but I don't like he was the number 1 draft pick. I don't think he cares. I think he's not worried about his stat line. He is there to win games. Like the whole thing for him is to make sure that he builds a rapport with his team and builds a good relationship with that staff. And then once he gets into the season, we're going to see a lot more of that, what we saw with that rushing touchdown, right? We're going to see a lot more of that, what we call it, wizardry, right? We're going to see a little more of that in the season. He's like, I don't need to do this now. And think about this. Morning, Felder. Okay, thank you. You
got a lot of fans here, Mike. We got a lot of fans here sharing the love on his House Music Victory Monday.
But it's one of those things to me, I think, because you don't get preseason in college. You have training camp, and that's it. Right. And then you just get to the season and you have to turn everything on. I think he's throttling things back and he's working on things, which is why he's made some mistakes, obviously, and his passing game hasn't been as crisp, but he also hasn't improvised nearly as much as he did in college. And so we'll watch the improvisation. We'll watch how much they let him improvise, which I think is important. And we'll see where that goes. I'm honestly, I'm far more interested in watching what we get out of, what are we talking about? The Kieran kid, the Yale kid, Roma Dunze. I'm far more interested in what they look like because I understand what Caleb's going to be. But Caleb's never going to be that in preseason. He's got to get to that level during the regular season, and it's going to have to happen. He's going to have to become a very solid pocket guy, structured guy. That's not going to happen in preseason. In preseason, he's just working on these little things to get to where, I understand what NFL defenses are doing now, because I don't know if you guys know this, but in the preseason, the defenses aren't doing anything that they would do in the regular season. Like the defenses one-on-ones in preseason it's a pillow fight.
And yeah, because they're all vanilla. They're
Yeah.
all vanilla. They'll give you like the basic high school coverage where they'll show single high and go to two, something like that. Show two, come down, roll down, single high. Just basic stuff you've seen in high school. Hell, even in Pop Warner nowadays, they do that nonsense.
He's going to have to learn. He's going to have
Yeah.
to learn during the season when teams start rocking and rolling coverages, when teams start showing single high deep, single high at 17 or 20 yards, and then that guy comes speeding down while a guy that's at the line comes running back. He's going to have to learn those things. That's the part that he's going to have to get better at, and that's the part where you're never going to get that from preseason. You're going to have to get that during the season because these teams don't want to show you something. I mean, it's the same thing with the new kickoff rule, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything special yet. And then I expect week 1, week 2, teams are just going to be like throwing out a bunch of different things that they've been planning on that new kickoff rule.
What do you think? What do you think you're going to see? What do you think you're going to see from a return team? Because I have one in mind, but what do you think? Something you think might be seen by probably a couple, but what's one thing you might see? With the return team and the kickoffs.
I think the middle return is going to be huge. I do. I truly do. I think the middle return is going to be really big because at the end of the day, those guys that are lined up on the return team, if they come together in the middle, and I know you're not supposed to link arms, and I know you can't technically double team, but if they can force you guys out wide, that guy's going to run straight down. That's the quickest path to the end zone is straight down the middle of the field. And I think we're going to see some middle returns. I also think we're going to see guys arc back. And what I mean by that, let me see. I got a pen and pencil right here. Here we go. Or pen and paper. I think what we're going to see is, these guys here. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to have another guy back here and another guy back here. So that's 4, 4. That's 8, 9, 10. And you'll have one more guy that's probably going to be back here looping around. So you're going to have these guys here. And what I think we're going to see is we're going to see guys, it's going to be like a wall setup, right? And these guys are going to arc back. So when they catch it in that zone, these guys are going to be arcing back here. They're not worried about the defenders over here. They don't care about these guys. They're going to arc.
They're following. Yeah.
They're going to arc back. He's going to pick up the football and just try to get here. And I think these guys will take care of these defenders. And then these guys are going to arc back. I think that's going to be one of the things that we see where it's basically a wall. It's like a punt return.
Right. You know what I'm looking at? I'm expecting a pull, a trap. I'm expecting two guys.
Oh, that's good.
Boom. Another guy come through. And once you if they hit those blocks for half a second, he gone.
Yeah, you smoke. Yeah, man, you're telling that's a good. See, I didn't even think about that. Because if you come across, and then this guy comes back.
Two guys go to the right, and then the third guy comes around.
To the left. You smoke him, and now you got a lane, and that lane, and then especially if you have two returners back there, now you have a lead blocker. Let's go. That's what I've been thinking about a lot. Like it's just we say just wing T football. Yes, exactly. Like they're gonna smoke somebody, and it's gonna be Now they're gonna have to worry about a different safety issue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I love it. You know what? Special teams coordinators are salivating. Can't wait till week 1 so they can show all the ingenious designs that they have, and I think it's going to be a great. I like it. So give me your thoughts overall on the new kickoff rule.
I don't love it personally, but I understand. Like football in its current state is the whole goal is excitement and offense. And I don't like it, but that's what it is in its current state. And so what they're trying to do is find a way to generate more excitement because I loved it when they were kicking the ball out of the end zone. You kidding me? I loved watching kickers just like put it through the uprights.
Yes.
On a kickoff.
Yes.
Unbelievable. These guys are so strong. So I do appreciate.
See the dude yesterday with a 66-yarder?
Yeah, it's insane.
And he had
It's
room.
crazy.
It wasn't just over the crossbar. He had room.
Crazy. And so but what they're trying to do is like make these guys have to like drop it dead right there, which I think there's a couple things. One, if your punter can do it, why do you need a kicker? Or if your no, hang on, I said it the wrong way. If your kicker can do it, you don't need a punter. Because punters and kickers can do both. Not as well all the time.
Yeah.
But if your kicker is spot on enough to get it in that landing zone, and he can punt the ball 40 yards, then you don't need a punter. You don't need him.
Well, no, I agree. I hear your point. Well, we got this dude from Australia, Tory Taylor.
Yeah,
dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
I played with a punter, who can do exactly what Tory Taylor, and this was back in early 2000, 05, 06, 07, 08.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw him warming up, he just come over to our team, and first time I saw, and I heard a lot about it. They said, "Oh, the guy who sent him over was like, oh, he's really good. He's phenomenal. You'll love him." I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "What am I gonna love about a punter?"
Right.
He's a punter. So I'm warming up I'm jogging around the field, and he's out there, kicks the ball. First one hits it like about the 5-ish yard line.
Yeah.
And goes straight 90-degree angle to the sideline. I was like,
well, which is great. If you got a guy that can do that, that's fantastic.
And that's what our guy can do.
If you got a punter, just a punter, hey, listen, everybody's not Todd Sauerbrunn, okay? So I'm just looking at like the angles, and I'm trying to figure out who's going to be on like this. Like, how do you build? Like, let me ask you this: how do you build this? Both sides. How do you build this group? Because remember, there used to be offensive linemen on kickoff return.
Yep.
And linebackers, and there were fullbacks, tight ends. But now, if I'm a kickoff team, I don't want maybe my fastest linebackers and then defensive backs. That's all I want on there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Which means I also don't want offensive linemen on my return team.
Definitely not.
Because they're not going to listen. I can tell you one thing. As a defensive back, the number one thing, with a bullet, number one, the thing I do not ever want to have happen to me is have an offensive lineman put his hands on me. And I will do anything to avoid that.
And in that's such a short space, it's easy to get around. It's easy to get around an offensive lineman and get back in your lane. So
yes,
when you're coming out
exactly.
of full field, man, because I mean, you were at North Carolina as a freshman, so you had to play special teams, and they're like, stay in your lane, stay in your lane, stay in your lane, just close in, and man, and you had linebackers, DBs, and sometimes you had, if you're in that first wave, the first wave is just like you don't even think about it, you just run past the offensive lineman, it's because you're able to. But now, I think you're right, linebackers.
I was in L3.
L3.
I was in L3, sometimes L4, but I was mostly in L3. And the biggest thing to me was we had a fullback and a linebacker. They both weighed 250 pounds. Madison Hedgecock played for the New York Giants. He was one of them. And they used to link up when you were still allowed to do that. And they were like, Felder, you got to stay in your lane. And I was like, I got to stay in my lane. They're like, yeah, you got to split this double team. I was like, I weigh 182 pounds. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm running as fast as I can. And I will say this, we had the best time. And this is something my wife does not understand. She thinks it's insane. But I had the best time of my life. Every Tuesday we did kickoff team. Every Tuesday, those two guys beat the hell out of me. And I was like, I'll try to split them. I'll try to attack one. And we would just be on the ground, the three of us, laughing. Them just on top of me, just like, oh, we got your ass. Oh, we got you. Oh, man, you thought you tricked us. And they like just destroy. And I was like, this is the part of football I really like. I like this. And I think that what we're going to see is less of that and more smaller guys, because you're going to have to be fast, even to do what you said, to run that trap. If you have a slow guy trying to get across on that third block, other guy's scooting. And guess what he's doing? He's making a tackle behind the 20. He's making a tackle at the 20, 25. And so you got to have smaller, faster guys on there. So I think we see the elimination of offensive linemen. I think we see big linebackers being out of it. I think it's going to be all defensive backs, wide receivers, running backs are going to be in the mission too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And then we're also going to see and obviously defensive backs.
The last time I was ever intimidated on a football field was at West Point.
Oh,
we played Army. It was my freshman year at Holy Cross.
Yeah.
60,000 cadets screaming.
Yeah.
I had only played in front of, I think, 8,000 was my max in high school. 60,000 cadets screaming all in that one corner.
Yeah.
And they beat us. They beat us 42-7, 14, something like that. Dude, that's seven kickoffs.
Yes.
They had this one dude who was like a DB safety type in the second row of the return team. I mean I'm sorry, he was on the kickoff team. He was my guy. Dude, he kept beating the shit out of me. And dude, every time they scored, I'm like, shit, I gotta go back out there. This dude, 6'1", he's like 215, but he's like a junior senior, so he is a weight room to 215. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's dude, a different world.
At the second to last one, I cut the dude.
Oh wow!
I cut the dude
do
because he was killing me. I know you can't cut on a kickoff, but I hit him like in the nuts, and I just kind of slid down because dude, he was killing me. I did not want to go out there. I was like, dude, I thought I was gonna get taken off special team, but they were just like, nah, you're probably never gonna see another dude like that again. That was the last time I was ever intimidated on a football field, bro.
Dude, it's
1989.
It's wild, like, because I think about Jarvis Landry, and I don't think most people realize this. When he was at LSU, he didn't get to play until he was a junior, basically. And that guy ran down on kickoff as an L3 or an L4, and he ran down and he just busted people's behinds. Like, he just ran down like a bat out of hell and just hit people. And I think that it takes that. I mean, you guys had what, Deion Bush? That's what he did. Like, Deion Bush was a killer. Like, he didn't get in the game very much on like actual defense, but when it came to special teams, he showed up, and that's how now he's with the Chiefs, obviously. But I do think that this new rule is going to make you have to. I think the overarching part of this is you're going to have to figure out what your roster structure looks like.
Right. You're right. You may have to keep more linebackers, more DBs. All right, specifically for those things. Speaking of, let me finish talking about the offense. Do you think that I'll ask you two questions. First, the offensive line play. How do you feel that they did, given Caleb some time? He got sacked once, or he took responsibility and said, hey, I just held the ball too long. Sure. But give me your thoughts on the offensive line.
I mean, they're growing, they're getting better. Like, it's just, to me, it's about getting better. And that's the only thing that, like, I really think about is, especially with preseason. And preseason is it's so hard to like judge preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have a bunch of returning guys. And I want to make sure I get their names right. So, was it Nate Davis? You have Daniel Wright. I love Daniel Wright, just for the record. He's someone that I love coming out of high school. So, the Jones guy, Braxton Jones, like, they have pieces that should work. And I think the big thing for me with them is you got to grow. And you have to find – the NFL's a little different than college. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. But the NFL, you have your guys. You have 5 guys. that work together. In college, you can have 8 guys and you rotate them through and through, and they play this position and they kick over to this position. But in the NFL, I need 5 guys and I need a swing man. 5 and a swing. Give me 5 and a swing. And I think that's what they're working on right now. And again, preseason, what are we going to know? How do you know? You know, Whitney Houston, how will I know? Like, it's just you nobody's really blitzing, nobody's really showing their hand.
Right. It's all vanilla, bland.
It's vanilla, and yeah, this is. And I understand vanilla is a flavor, and vanilla is very good. As someone who bakes, I know vanilla is good, but I'm saying that it just like we're not seeing what DJ Moore or Keenan Allen can do, and that's the same thing with the offensive line, and not just the offensive line, but with the other teams. Like, they're not showing us what their defensive line can do. They're like it's, and then I'm just pulling out of the atmosphere. TJ Watt's not like, he's like, I'm good. TJ Watt knows he's good. He's like, I don't need to like show you in the preseason. I'll just get it done. Micah Parsons isn't like, hey, I'm gonna go crazy on you. So it's really hard to get a gauge on it through the preseason. And look, I live in Charlotte, man, and our team is very bad. And like,
thank you, by the way,
thank
you for that pick, by the way, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, man,
all those picks, I should say.
Yeah,
appreciate
all of them, and for DJ Moore
and dude, I am getting his jersey next week. He's my favorite right now. He is my favorite Bear.
So I'm watching the Panthers every now and then, and I watch the news all the time, and so I watch the Panthers games sometimes, but I mostly get Panthers fed to me through the news, and they're like, well, guess they did this, and I'm like, yeah, but man, I remember a time when I was a kid, when I was in high school. And I'll never forget this because there's 2 people from the Panthers that I just truly hate, but one of them is Chris Jenkins. And he came to my high school and berated my high school football team. Now, at this point, keep in mind, Mr. Sierra, keep in mind, my high school team at that time was 9-1.
Ooh.
The Panthers were 1. The Panthers would finish that season as 1-15. And he's telling us we don't have any passion.
Oh, wow.
We don't have passion for the game. And I'm like, bro, you guys aren't even good. But the point is that you can't tell. And that's the thing. Like, I want Bryce Young to be good. I do. I've been rooting for him again. Another guy I've been rooting for since high school. I want him to be good. But he's got to get an offensive line, and that offensive line has to get together. And they look fine in the preseason, but what does that look like? You know, when people start actually like trying, and people
twisting and stunting, and
stunts, twist. When they start bringing pressure from depth, when it's a safety pressure, when it's a nickel fire, like what are we doing? And that's the part that we won't know.
So let me ask you another question I have for you. Should the Bears starters play this Thursday at Kansas City in the Red Kingdom? It's the 4th preseason game. They didn't play in the starters didn't play in the Hall of Fame game. Remember, we had 4 preseason games because of the Hall of Fame. So they didn't play in the Hall of Fame game. They got some time week 2. They got more time on Saturday. I think almost a whole half. Do you think the Bears starters should play Thursday?
No. Give your bottom guys a chance. Like I truly like that's how I feel. Like I mean, I've got one of my best friends played for the Green Bay Packers, and
boo, sorry.
No, boo. I understand that part. He lives in Chicago now, though.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, but he was just like the last preseason game is just give me a chance, man. I just want a chance. And I also these are grown ass adults, man. What is DJ Moore going to show you that you haven't already seen between the other preseason games, his career, and practice? Right? What is Cole Kmet going to show you that you haven't seen already? We already know who he is. I'm still waiting for him to do more, but I'm not going to see more in a preseason game. I'm going to see more in the regular season. We know who DeAndre Swift is, right? We know
Check
what he
that
can
little
do.
screen, 40 yards.
Yeah. I don't need to see these guys. I need to see the guys. I need to see the guys that are going to be the last 10 guys that I put on my roster. That's who I want to see. And so, yeah, I'll play my backups. I want to get them some reps. I'll play my backups. I want to get them some reps. And then I'm going to play the guys that are the fringe guys. That's who I want to play.
So you don't want to get Caleb any more snaps. You don't want to get him any more familiarity with the wideouts. You're good.
They practice every day.
But there's, as well as I do, it's not like game time. Game reps are a little more valuable than practice reps.
I just don't. Give me practice reps. No one gets hurt, and let's just go.
Okay.
Let's just go. Like, I truly, like, the way that I feel about it is just give me. I want to see the there's where they're. How the roster right now has how many players?
90, 80 something, 90 something.
So
yeah,
and they've got to get it down to 53.
53. We get 54 because we get 54 because our punter is not an American citizen, so we got an exemption, so we get to have. I'm like, Ryan Poles.
And then you figure out the other guys that you want to keep on your practice squad,
right? But you also got to leave room for some cap casualties. That you know what I mean?
Sure. So hang on, we're looking. Let's just go hard 90. 90 minus 53. That's 37. 37 guys. Okay. 37 guys. I got a calculator here in my office.
Okay.
37 guys. So we're looking at 37 guys. Give those guys a bigger chance to figure out who's going to be the last to get on there. Who's going to be the last? Who's going to be the last ones? And I'd rather give those guys a chance. Like, if there's a guy that wants to get some more reps, like if it's a guy that's moving from guard to tackle or from tackle to guard, yes, give them those reps. If it's a guy that's moving from fullback to tight end or from tight end to fullback or something, yes, give those guys those reps. If it's a guy that's playing special teams that didn't do that in college, give him those reps. Absolutely. But I think at the end of the day, the big thing for me is I want to make sure that I don't make a mistake on those last guys that make up my roster and the guys that I want to keep for practice squad.
Okay. Last question before we let you go on, guys. We're joined by Michael Felder from Bleacher Report, talking Bears football here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Talk to me about that defense. That defense, man, they looked like some savage dogs.
Yeah.
And this is the backups. I'm talking mostly the starters good, but the backups too. Talk to me about that defense and how important they're going to be to start the season as this offense is looking for some continuity and chemistry.
Well, I think that's going to be paramount, right? We already talked about Terrell Smith, and we talked about Jalen Jones. So I think the big thing for me, obviously, you want to see Edmonds continue to grow and continue to play like at a high level. I think am I wrong in saying that he's the leader of this defense?
I would say, yeah, because he was a tackling machine for it, man, dude. Because it was him most of the year. He was 1 or 2, and then I think he finished 3 or 4, something like that. Yeah,
yeah. So
and a local kid too. He's from Chicagoland area.
Edmonds continue to kill it. I think Montez Sweat. Just for the record, I don't think people realize how good he was in college. So I'm not surprised that this guy is really good. So the key for them, again, is just continue to play. They've got a great mix of vets and younger guys. And I'll be honest, man, I like the Sanborn kid. I like him.
Yeah.
Because he has this kind of hybrid nature to him where I think, I'll be honest, I think they could play him and Edmonds together. Like in the same, side by side. And you feel good about your nickel package there when you drop in your nickel. And so I think that's another interesting element to me. but this is a team that's going to be really interesting. Oh man, I forgot they had Byron Cowart. That guy. You want to talk about someone that was Byron Cowart is the defensive tackle. Like he was like so good in high school. And it's not like, oh my God, I'm looking at the depth chart right now. Byron Cowart, Zach Pickens. Zach Pickens was a 5-star.
South Kakalaka.
He's got there's no reason that at some point he can't be, I'm not going to say as good as, but we'll see flashes where he can probably look like Chris Jones who plays for the Chiefs.
So what he did, he was this offseason, him and a couple other guys, but he was one of the guys that really worked on himself. So he got a chef. So he was meal prep, and he's more svelte. A lot of his baby fat is gone. He actually had a sack the other day.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, his biggest problem was like he still had like a kid body.
Yeah, that baby chubby fat.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I don't mean it to be disrespectful, but
no, I know.
He had like a kid, like he still was like a little.
He's still pudgy. He's still fluffy.
Yeah.
Like he's still fluffy. You know, like no, you can't be
yeah.
fluffy in the NFL unless
you
you're
got to
like,
get it right and get it tight.
Yeah. And him and Gervon Dexter both. Gervon Dexter slimmed down big time too, and he's all jacked up too, and he's making plays. So we got
that's good.
Yeah, so I'm excited about this defense.
Is Noah Sewell going to get in the game, or is he just going to be a teamer?
I hope so, man. I really like him.
Same.
I really like him, and I think he's a good dude you could bring in, like if you wanted, you wanted a blitz, or even if it's in like a NASCAR package and you want to come off the corner, you want to put him at the end. Because, he did a lot at Oregon. He did a lot, and then it's unfortunate that his last season they switched DCs and he's trying to fit in, and because the year prior he was a monster. So I hope he sticks. I like him. I liked him in college, and he's a hitter. I mean, he's got a pedigree.
He's a savage.
Yeah, he's got a pedigree.
Truly, his brother, obviously, and cousins, and he if this guy at least I want to see him play some special teams, just for the idea of him just running down the field and just racking something,
knocking snot out of somebody. And you know what? And that could be a thing, because I don't know. Do you remember? I'm sure you do. Brendan Imbadeju ended up with the Ravens, but he started here. And what did he do? He only blocked for Devin Hester's most of his returns. Like people forget how important those people are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You forget. They had Brendan Imbadeju, Corey Graham. These are guys who, after 4 or 5 years, went and got a contract and played somewhere else. But for their first 4 or 5 years, they were special teams, and they took pride in that. And if you change the game, hey man, they will sign you, bro. They will sign you to keep that third phase of the game among the upper echelon in the NFL. Ryan Poles isn't stupid. We just had Devin Hester inducted into the Hall of Fame, so you know how important that is.
Exactly.
And if that's the way Noah Sewell hangs around, by all means, hang around, Papa, because I really like him and his mentality a lot.
Yeah, exactly. The that's perfect. The mentality, and that's again to go back to my buddy Ryan Taylor. His whole thing was just the way that I can stay on this team is I'm going to have to hit people very hard.
And he did. That's a man after my own heart.
He did, man. He blocked for Randall Cobb, and he did what he had to do. And so if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. And again, I will say this again before we get out of here. My wife she cannot understand the idea of enjoying running as fast as you can into another human. But
women just don't get it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But there's a lot of men that don't get it either.
True. Very true. Yeah, very true.
This isn't a gender thing, because there's a lot of men that are like, no, not for me. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and we got to be
Charles Barkley was like, I play football. I played football one day, and then I said, you want me to come back and do this?
Again.
And he was like, that's terrible.
Man, you seen that meme on social media, the Oklahoma drill? This drill's made more basketball players than anything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
dude. Hey, Michael, great stuff, man. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, before you go, let everyone know where they can find you and your work online.
All right, so folks, we actually have a live show in Raleigh. So if anyone's in Raleigh, we have a live show at the Rialto. I'm sure most people are in Chicago, so it doesn't matter. But we have a live show on Saturday in Raleigh for Hand in the Dirt. It's a gardening podcast about football. And then I got a Substack, which there should be one coming out a little bit later today, which is 4 Hard Downs. But it's called itsfelder.substack.com, so you can find it there. Bleacher Report. Got a Bleacher Report show going on in 2 hours. So we're going to be talking about, I have to predict who makes the playoff and then the whole playoff. Insane. And then everything else, man, it's all, College Sports Now. College Sports Now is a Learfield podcast. So we'll be knocking that out too. And we're good. I'm good.
This is it right here, right? It's felder.substack.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, great stuff. I really appreciate it, man. I love talking football with you. And, man, it's awesome. I love talking football with football guys. Hey, we'll be in touch soon, man.
Good. Sounds good.
Thank you. Guys, that's Michael Felder from Bleacher Report. Man, talking football at a high level. And like I just told him, I love talking football with people who played it at a high level, who can talk it at a high level. Because, like I said, we want to teach here. All right, we want you to learn. We don't want you to be meathead fans and not have any idea of what's going on. And just, some of us have been fortunate enough to play the game at a high level, and we'd like to make sure that other fans can view it a little differently. All right, and I love it. I love talking with football guys, and I appreciate them coming on and good stuff. And I'm excited. You should be excited too about this team. All right, Caleb is doing well. Here's the one thing, like, people are arguing about Caleb and this and this. Like, this is the second game. It's the second game. Relax. You have to understand. And here's the question that I have. It's the age-old question. All right. Nature and nurture. Yeah, Caleb had many plays, had a lot of great plays. Obviously, you don't win the Heisman without a lot of great plays. All right. But if you remember, he was very, very lackadaisical with that ball at USC. You see him running around with the ball in one hand a lot. All right. And here it's not. He's not doing that. You see on his touchdown run, he has the ball here. He's holding it, 2 hands holding. All right. He is in a phenomenal situation. Ryan Poles, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Ryan Poles has done a phenomenal job of insulating him, giving him weapons. All right. He's got DJ Moore. He's got Keenan Allen. Roma Dunze. We're going to get Roma Dunze a touchdown. We're going to get one. You're going to get one in the preseason. Well, hopefully. All right. Offensive line is better. We just talked in the chat. People were looking. My guy Junior was talking about the improved center play. All right. It's important. It's important. All right. All these things where he doesn't have to worry. All right. I can't be a meathead and proclaim to watch the show. I'm afraid of Get Off My Lawn, Shawn. Hey, DC, what's up, Papa? Hey, don't worry about it. As long as you made it, you can go back and check it out again. But as long as you made it, I appreciate the support, man. I do. But we were talking about, I just kind of threw me off. Oh, nature and nurture. Hey, Ryan Poles realized what wasn't done for the previous quarterback and said, hey, let's make sure that this quarterback has everything he needs. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. The best acquisition this offseason, the most important one in my opinion. And the second one was Coach Washington, Eric Washington, the O and the DC, OCs in DC were the 2 best acquisitions this offseason. And let's not forget the fact that Caleb had access to the playbook before he was drafted. This is from their perspective. They said it, but I'm not even speculating. This is what they said. Right? Then he had the extra practices because of the Hall of Fame game. This is why I just didn't understand why they didn't play him in the Hall of Fame game, or they haven't said whether or not they're going to play him, but I don't think they're going to play him this final game. I just take advantage of those reps. Take advantage of that opportunity, with a revamped offensive line, with a receiving core, all right, with a defense now that is literally the top defense in the NFL. And if they're not top one, they're in top two, and they're not number two. All right, they have that swag. So, you know what? He's got a buffer, and I'm happy. DC, Caleb makes the line better with his pocket presence. Okay. Gerald Everett is much slower than I thought. I don't remember watching. I know he played. I wasn't paying attention to him very much. But anyway, yeah, these are all things. These are coaching. People talk about all the positive things we're saying about this. A lot of it has to do with coaching, and I'm happy that they finally got coaches in here, okay, that place a premium on the little things. All right, to me, that's the most important thing. You place a premium on the little things, okay, because as my colleague said, if you take care of the little things, there are no big things. And you saw Caleb on a couple of his throws, two hands, even though he's running, it's not tucked under, but he's got two hands on the ball. Okay, the whole time, coming through, spinning around, peeling out, reversing. All right, he had two hands on the ball. All right, that's taught. That's emphasized. And more importantly, he's coachable. Because you could teach a kid something all day, but if he doesn't do it, if he does what he wants to, then he's not coachable. Okay, so the coachability of the kid is awesome. Oh, they target him a lot. Oh, Gerald Everett? Okay. I'm glad Flus let the offense work it out and play the half. If it don't look right, get your asses back out there and correct. Yeah. I think that kind of tough love, like you're not ending the day with this type of effort. You're not. It's not happening. So get your ass out there, okay, and be the productive offense that I've seen. And it seems like Flus has got a good handle of when to be lenient with the team and when to give them that tough love. And that's an important balance that not a lot of coaches get or understand. All right, sometimes coaches come in, they want to be a hard guy all the time. Cool. But here's the thing. Players don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And this team understands how much Ryan or Matt Eberflus cares. All right, some guys have been here for with Montez Sweat's been here half a season. Some guys have been here a full season. Some guys have been here 2 seasons. Some guys have been here 3 seasons. So they know how much he cares about his players. All right, especially the defense. Defense, man, they will run through a brick wall for this guy. Okay, so him asking them to play at their level, at a certain level, is not an issue because of the respect that they have for him. So when he yells at you, you take it. It's like, man, he's yelling at us for a reason. So I like what Eberflus has done, and yeah, the fact that they respect him. They understand how much he cares, how much he wants to win, how much he wants them to be successful. And to me, that's so important. That's so important moving forward. This defense, was that 3 picks, 4 picks? It was Smith. It was Hound of the Baskervilles last year, and then the other guy, another dude had one after the deflection. So 3 picks, 4 picks in the last 2 games. That's beautiful. Why? One of them is because of pressure. You know what I mean? Like, these are things. It all works hand in hand. So this all helps the offense. And I no matter at his show yesterday. One of the things that I wanted to see that I didn't, I wanted to see a jump ball in the end zone. Just go up and get it. Go give it to Roma Dunze. All right, just clear out. All right, clear out. You have 3 receivers on one side, or 4x4 or 2x2, and have the slot guy run right to the post, and leave the corner of the end zone alone for Roma Dunze. All right, because if they play single high, if they go man free. When I say man free, they're going man to man, but with a free safety in the back. So man free. So if they go man free, all right, that safety can't run over to Rome because the slot is running at the goalpost. Kind of like my guy Jimmy James in Miami. It wasn't a goalpost, it was someone in the direction of the goalpost. It was so funny story. So in Indiana. So in Miami, we're in a national championship game. This is how good our quarterback George Sierra was. Shout out to George Sierra and Jimmy James, our tight end. They're leaving they're leaving the middle wide open. And so we had, George said, run curl routes on the side. He goes, Jimmy. He goes, run to the girl, right directly at the girl in the back of the end zone. There was a fan there who was sitting there. And she was kind of voluptuous. And that's Jimmy's style. He's like, go to the girl with the voluptuous butt. In the end zone. Sure enough, George hits him. Touchdown. Crazy. They're gonna get their chemistry. All right, they're gonna get that. Roman and Caleb. Shorty, yes. Kevin Hardy is making the most of his opportunity. Kevin Hardy has a motor that does not stop. Kevin Hardy will make this roster. All right, we talk. Zach Pickens he's got a fight on his hands because Kevin Hardy he's been doing it the last couple weeks, last 2 games. Zach Pickens, you got yourself a sack. Nice. This is what I like. Yes, King Booker World. Hardy's playing with that dog, man. He's got his little dog. Off the dub. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. But Hardy is playing. He's doing it. He's got a motor. He's got that just won't stop. He's nasty. He's vicious. He's ferocious. Man, I'm telling you. Oh, Jay Grizz, thank you, Papa. Thanks for the show, SuperBack. Nobody gets Bears fans. They started better than right here, Shawn and Maya in the morning. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, Kevin Hardy, that D line. I'm telling you. Eric Washington is the guy. I just mentioned it. He is the second best acquisition this offseason. What he demands from those players, we just saw a sack out of Zach Pickens this week. We saw Kevin Hardy the last couple of weeks. These defensive linemen are not playing. Defensive linemen, we saw Gervon Dexter being disruptive all preseason. This is the Eric Washington effect. I said it. I told you guys before the preseason started, before the game started, watch the effect that this coach has on his players. Watch. And we're seeing it. He's not accepting mediocrity, and the players are loving it. And they're understanding that when Zach Pickens has seen Hardy get a couple of sacks. So you're like, oh, okay, I got to step my game up. This is the type of competition you want from young players. So you got them under control for a while. And, man, imagine having these guys under control for another 2 or 3 seasons. I mean, now you're looking at our playoff window. I think the playoff window opens this year. How far we go, I don't know. But I think next year we'll be serious contenders for the NFC title game and for the next couple seasons after that. It starts next season. And you have a lot of youngsters under control in their second year or third year of a contract of a 4-year deal. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. You know, you talk about Spider-Man, you're talking about Kyler Gordon. Man, and not just that, King Booker World, you know, knocking folks back to the third grade. Man, that not just that sack, but also, you know, closing on that swing pass in the flat. Man, he closed quick, fast, in a hurry. Dude caught it, turned around, all snap, thrown to the ground. You know, he's physical. For someone who's so slight, he's physical. Like, he's got to be like 175, 180. But he's physical. And I like it. I like it. So I'm excited, man. Thursday, we don't got to wait long. We don't have to wait long. We got Thursday, and then we got a week and a half to wait. then it's going to be a little frustrating for that week and a half with no Bears football. But until then, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Listen, 2 hours is coming and going. I want to thank my guest, Michael Felder from Bleacher Report, coming on talking Bears football with me. I want to thank you guys. This chat was live. Man, it was jumping today. Jumping. All right? And I love it. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love and the support. For everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, executive producer Elliot Baez, Clarence Council, our social media guy, my co-host Adam Sencha, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Guys, have a phenomenal day. It's going to be a beautiful day today. What's it, 70-something today? What's the high, 77. Okay. A nice day here in the Chicagoland area. If you have a chance, get out there and enjoy it. Eat lunch on the patio. Junior didn't see it, or he might be in the bathroom. Jay Grizz. UNITY. Ooh, it's 88 there in Tampa. Nice. King Booker World, deuces, Papa. I appreciate it. Thank you again. All right. I appreciate it. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Guys, make sure you let your loved ones know you love them. I tell you that all the time. All right. Time is fleeting, and it's very final. The finality of things that happen, you know, are second to none. So make sure you let people know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Start of a great week. House Music Monday. It's Monday, baby. Turn beast mode on. Make the decision to make your life better in any aspect, physically, financially, emotionally. Make that decision. Make it and go with it. Don't let anything stop you from getting what you want. All right? I'm going to replay this tonight at 6 p.m. In about an hour at 12:15 Central Time. Second City Sports with Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown are going to join you. Are going to take you on another tour, sports talking tour for another 2 hours. So make sure you tune in then to check out Second City Sports. All right, folks. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, again, I appreciate and love the support. You guys are awesome. Make sure you like and share this. Okay, tell your friends and have them subscribe. It's free 99. All right. So for everybody here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. You guys have a phenomenal day, because I have to go get the I gotta go get the warden. I gotta go get the warden now. From her CrossFit. Your boy, the SuperBack. I am out.